everybody. First, thanks for watching. I know there are a lot of fly time videos out there. I appreciate you clicking on this one. So this pattern is basic, generic Midge nymph. This one, I'm calling it the Ostrich Midge. I will explain the materials as I go and put the recipe in the description. So first off, I'm using a size 16 barbless clink hammer hook with 2.4 millimeter tungsten bead. I've got 12/0 thread, but first let's put about 4 wraps, 0.015 lead-free wire here. Now this doesn't need much extra weight, but this just helps you secure this bead up in here. So put those few wraps and just get them up in there. Now I'm using my 12/0. You could use 8/0 with this, would be fine, but 12/0 just gives you a little bit more. You can make a few more wraps without building up too much bulk. So put a little dam behind your wraps. Maybe take a few up here just to help lock it in. You want to put a little taper right there. We might need to taper that a little bit more before we're done. But lay your thread base back pretty far. As far as you can get it and comfortably wrap your floss body without hitting the point of your hook is kind of my goal usually. So first component we want to put on, just some bright pink floss. Now I tied a few of these with bright blue and some yellow, and of course you can use natural colors too. If you really want the silver rib to pop, you can use some a dark body here. So let's just take this, but I think the pink has looked pretty well with the black ostrich herl we're going to be using in just a minute. So get that caught into about where we're going to end our body. And then I'm using silver wire, size small. You could go up to brassy if you want. I think the small has looked just a little bit better. So bring that in and just put the front of it a little bit behind where my wire wraps start. So catch this in. I'm trying to lay it down evenly on my side of the hook here. Okay. And be careful with the point of your hook. This thread will splay out on you. So I'm just going to work a little bit on that taper right there. We can also taper it with the floss, but if we do this, it will make it just a little bit easier on the end. So I'm just going to put a little half hitch right here, if I can see. Okay. Now normally when I'm tying these, if I'm not recording obviously, I would use the rotary on here. Just part the thread and use the rotary, but it's a little hard when I've got this backdrop and camera so close. So I am going to, I'll speed up this footage so you don't have to watch me slowly wrapping this around. Okay, we're back. After you get that wrapped as smooth as you can, catch it off up here where we're going to start the thorax. You might have seen me spinning that a little bit halfway through. If your floss ever starts widening out too much on you, just give it a little clockwise spin. Now let's wrap our rib. I'm going to do counter wraps on this. Not too close together, but as evenly spaced as you can get it. This will give it a little bit of segmentation, a little bit of flash. It's not really going to add any significant weight. We've already got the weighted wraps and a tungsten bead, so that is not that important. But it does make it, gives just a little bit more pop. So go ahead and secure that in. Spin this off, and then the last component is just black ostrich herl. It's a little bit finer than peacock herl and doesn't have that gold green metallic sheen on it, but I think it works better with this one. It's also a little bit smaller. Peacock herl would be a little bit big for a thorax on this thing. So let's go ahead and clip that butt end off right there. It's only going to take 3, maybe 4 wraps on this. Let's see, I think we can get one more up there. Okay, now go ahead and snip this off and go straight into your whip finish. Don't use head cement on this because it will just as likely mess up your herl there. So I will just do 2 whip finishes on it, and these flies are durable enough. They'll last you through several fish. Don't last you through too many rocks on the bottom, but not many do. So there you have it. Ostrich midge. Easy to tie, sinks like a rock, pretty good pattern. Can tie it in any color you want, really. I like the lighter colors. I think they work more effectively in the bright sun. So that's it, folks. If you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. I hope you will consider subscribing. Thanks again.